to that anyway. Okay. But this is also for you. You know, we're not going to use this for anyone else, but for the use of you guys, the community, the members of IIBA Philippines. So it looks like there are even more people joining us. So for the newcomers, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Angelo, for that wonderful question. And so for the newcomers, we want to know, where are you joining us from? And do you have any concerns of your own regarding cybersecurity? Is there anything that you are interested in, or do you have a problem as a professional or personally regarding cybersecurity? And please share with us, or share with the greater community, right? So Angela was asking about practical applications of cybersecurity from other organizations or other industries. So if you have anything to share regarding that, where you're coming from, then we would all be grateful. I actually like that candy wrapper analogy. It
Thank you,
really
Manu.
depends on the product, right? It really depends on the product that you're trying to sell, right? How well are you
Yes.
going to protect it? And what's the
Yep.
right way to protect it?
Yes. So framework is just a guide for you
Yeah,
to.
now yeah, and now to think of it, there's so many types of candy wrappers. Ones you can just pull apart and it will open. Some like XO that you need to peel apart really hard with your fingernails sometimes.
Together with your teeth. Ah,
Yeah.
Okay,
And
we're up
especially
to
in software
32.
development, that
Yeah.
something that it's being or not always being attended to is cybersecurity, since especially from what we are taught in college, it's always what are the requirements, how to develop it, and how to test it. But on the glimpse of it all, cybersecurity exists. I don't know if you agree with this, Patrick, but cybersecurity exists from the moment you gather requirements, or even from the moment you learn upon the business problems of the organization.
yes, we are the culprit. But maybe because we are stand on the critical and criminal standpoints, because we are very aware of it. So that's why we inject some use cases and challenge those criteria during the process. That's why we are the culprit.
On how timelines keep lengthening. No, just joking.
Yeah.
Yeah. From my experience, a lot of the additional project timelines because the security guys give us a lot more work to do.
Revalidation testing, re-verification for code review.
Right.
Yeah.
BAPT, all that stuff.
Yes. There's a lot of flavor, and it depends on the requirements. It depends on how you deliver the product and how the product will be exposed somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. Is um is there anyone joining us from outside of the Philippines besides the one that we heard from, which is from Switzerland? I saw a bunch of international looking names here earlier. That's why I'm asking. Yeah. By the way, anyone is allowed to unmute. If you want to be heard, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your beautiful voices. But if you're shy, then like I am most of the time, then or at least before I got involved with this org, I used to be shy. Then you can feel free to use the chat, and we can hear from you there as well. So we want to know where you're joining us from, whether you're from here in our beloved Philippines, and excuse me, or if
The
you're joining
chat
us.
is disabled.
Oh, no way. Okay, I'm sorry about that. How do I fix this?
I think Brian has a song number for us.
Hey, Brian. Is that true? You have a song number?
Ignore me.
So Brian actually knows our speaker from undergrad school, Lyceum. Classmates pala kayo, Ray. Tama ba, classmates?
Ilang subject ba tayo naging classmate?
Anim. 6.
That's
And
plenty.
six of that subject, 2 was been drafted by me because of my schedule.
Yeah.
I like the
It's a lot
honesty.
of subjects. Yeah. All right.
Working student life. You have to priority your work because you cannot pay to your study.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to enable people talking to chat right now. Normally allow people to talk, so I'm not sure why it's not working. Brian and Patrick, are you guys able to chat?
It's still disabled.
Okay, how to enable chat Zoom webinar? Okay, so there's a chat toggle.
Mano, can you check the settings for the chat? It's only activated for panelists and host.
Oh yeah, where's that setting?
You have to check also for everyone.
Oh, sorry, why do I see that? Everyone, oh, there you go. Okay, can you guys start now? Sample, hello, everyone. Yeah, I think everyone should be able to chat now. Okay, thanks for that, Bray. There you go.
From my end, it still says the host has disabled attendee chat.
Huh. Okay, that's weird. Attendees can. Oh, there you go. Oh, can you try again now? There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good for me.
Yeah, there are two settings apparently. It's like who can we chat with as panelists and who can you chat with as attendees. Oh, there you go. We have some messages coming in. That's great. Yeah, so for those who are too shy or don't have a proper microphone, we want to hear from you. Hello, everyone. That's great. All right. Nice. Good to hear from you guys or read from you guys. Yeah, so same thing. We have about 7 minutes more for the social. We want to know where you're joining us from, and is there anything, are there any issues regarding cybersecurity that, you know, or anything you want to know about cybersecurity that you want to share with the community joining us today?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
So I'll type that in as well, in case there are some of you that have audio issues.
The emote benefits. It suits my lifestyle a little bit better. Yeah, there's some of the benefits, yes.
Hi, Jonathan. Sorry, I don't hear you that clearly. I don't know if it's just me.
Hi guys.
There you go. Better. Thanks for joining. Where are you joining us from?
Thanks for having me. Johnny from Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh, South Africa. Nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to know or anything that you want to share with us regarding cybersecurity?
I don't think there's anything in particular. Been in software quite a few years, but haven't really focused on security that much. We do like best practice from a development perspective, but yeah, not really on an organizational level. So we're in the process of becoming ISO 27001 compliance. So that's about the next 6 months for me. So yeah, I thought maybe there's a couple of learnings in today's session which I can already apply to the business.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Actually, our speaker here, Patrick, has experience in that same certification. He was able to be involved in doing that for a bank in the Philippines.
Oh, awesome.
Are you ready? Are you prepared for the Tejas documentation, Jonathan? By the way, Kedu, Jonathan, because you're from Africa.
Yeah. But yeah, the documentation is quite a heavy process. We have started the process like probably 2-3 years ago. But yeah, so now we're restarting again, but we're getting an external security company to actually do it for us.
Was the organization embrace that processes and policies? Are they applying it on a daily basis? How much is the compliance rate? That's are the item that you need to monitor if
Yeah.
you're going to have the ISO 20. If you're eyeing ISO 27001 certification. So I think the 27002 you have a lot of control there. Hope those numbers of domains and subdomains are really there and they're complying. Some concern on the this ISO is that if the auditor doing social interview or survey to the to the employee, which is not aware on the controls, especially on the items that being tested from them.
Mm. Yes. So the awareness is quite, the whole company is aware of it. We're not a massive company. We're about 55, 60 people. So the company is fully aware that we're on this journey, but in terms of what they need to comply to and the checklist items and all the different areas, that is not known yet. So we still busy documenting everything that needs to be adhered to, and then we will start with the training and governance side of things. But yeah, it's a quite a lengthy journey for us. So I'm assuming base case we'll probably only be compliant by Q1, Q2 next year. Probably anything between 6 and 12 months, I would say.
Yeah, actually, that's one of the challenges. The control policies could be written, but it's something that from the how do you call it, as a employee or the user or for the individual who follow what has been written. That is always the challenge.
Definitely.
Sometimes they don't know that they're not aware of it.
Yeah, for sure. I think that whole training and awareness is probably going to be a key factor for this rollout.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah,
And normally,
appreciate the. Sorry, I was just about to say,
and
just appreciate the insight you're giving.
yep. And don't blink your eyes on the access management. That's a tip.
Okay. We're really quite strict on that side of things. Yeah, I mean we fully encompass AD, 2FA, password management, all of that stuff is already rolled out, but it's not, we don't really have like a set SOPs, a set of procedures. So everything is just communicated verbally. It's not really documented. So it's very possible that one or two individuals aren't even aware of it. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah. And you have to balance who is the most strongest. Is it the policy or the C-level?
Hopefully they work together, right?
Number 2 challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just being conscious of the time. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing. I'm sure we'll have other chances to share throughout the event proper. But at this time, I'll be formally introducing our speaker, Mr. Patrick Sulat. His nickname is Pat. That's what his friends and family call him. And he's been in information security and security operations for 10 years of professional experience. He's been involved in security operations, vulnerability and threat management, data privacy and protection, and regulatory compliance audit. And he's a graduate of Lyceum, together with Brian here in Manila. And he has a degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. And he continued to attain IT Security Analysis Program from the University of the Philippines, which is his postgraduate. And he has various certifications. He's a certified administrator of NetASQ from the Unified Threat Management Solutions, France Solutions product. Also certified payment card industry security implementer, CPI-SI, PCI DSS V3, as well as cybersecurity leadership and management by InfoSec Institute. To name a few, you can all check out his LinkedIn for the complete list of his credentials. I'm gonna plug the link in here. I'm sorry about my voice, by the way. I promise it's not COVID, I just tested, but yeah, sorry about that. But here's his link to his profile if you want to know more about him. And yeah, very excited to hear from our first ever cybersecurity professional. And yeah, without further ado, take it away, Patrick.
Okay. So I'm gonna take it away. Maybe I will add some years from that introduction. Right.
You're on mute, Patrick. Sorry.
Yep. I just want to add some years from that introduction. So 11 years for information technology, 11 years. Why it's 11 years for information technology? Because I was an infra guy before, shifting to 11 years of information security, cybersecurity, privacy, and governance. And that's why the infra guy or network guy, system administrator guy could not be doing some blah 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 with me because I know the stuff and doing of it. I work in a business processing outsourcing environment such as IBM, Concentrix, Accenture, Teletech, and lastly, Imapta. Presently in an IT security governance for ABC company. This is not real company because I have an undisclosure. And also do the digital entrepreneurship and privacy consultancy. An erstwhile of CISSP, CH, CCIE, LPI. LPI is more on the Linux, and the CCIE is more on the network, which is a Cisco certified infra expert level. And one that Manu has been addressed earlier is CPCs, more on the uh, payment industries, right? So next slide is what we have cybersecurity trends for 2022. So we have a bunch of lots of this, you know, even up to this quarter, it's increasingly. So we have this, um, a lot of projects that was not being fought, and then it suddenly it's came from the, you know, a sad story to have it not having in place this cybersecurity projects, and also the grass of the field or the field of this grasses has been developed, heighten the risk of any domains, like for example the risk, from the processes, we call it from the operations and the technology at the same time. So there's also a bunch of percentage when it comes on the phishing. So, you know, the best way you can able to hook credential is from the email. So that's the hacker perspective. And we are undermanned. So that's why we encourage a lot of, peps or people, professional who are being interested to be a cybersecurity. Come join us. All right. So that's the trend. 69%, we are understaffed. Like me, when I joined IMAPTA, I'm the only guy who decipher everything to make this institution to be um, put it on this level of what we call uh, cybersecurity postures that they're benefiting right at the moment. Okay. And yeah, cybersecurity is, is a different things. You always have this protecting data is a shared responsibility, but you can search in Google that cybersecurity is everyone responsibility. But for me, protecting data is a shared responsibility. Okay, because you did that giving some sort of level of what platform or what, but more on the target, which is data. So protecting data is a shared responsibility. Okay. Out of the blue, there's always and been asking, it's not my job. IT will do it for me, and the rest of the organizations need to change password again. It's a common that I heard. I will postpone my updates. I will postpone the updates of my computer because I need to finish my report. Then suddenly you forgot to update, and so on and so forth. You've been hacked. So this is a common, voiced that we heard from the users. And that's so. In this topic, might align for different, you know, TikToks. It sounds like TikToks, but it's a more in TikToks in terms of cybersecurity. So we have one here. Let's stop and look and listen. And cybersecurity incident is a core. So working in a public Wi-Fi while you're enjoying your glass of coffee or a tea. Device is my body. Um, um, the other one is the network, home network connecting in progress, and work from home cooking while in the meeting. So most of there in who's working from home, I think you done this. Okay, and be ready to a VIP as the virus is very persistent. So dealing with the social network space, I got malware symptoms, safe surfing on the beach, and let's get physical. And email is the favorite minimum, and takes away with your heart. Okay, so this is the tip talks that we're going to discuss. Okay, so here, when you said stop, look, and listen, is I'm pertaining with the when you have a cybersecurity incident that occurs to you into your organizations. So what you have to do, this is the tip. Do not reboot or power down your computer system. Do not try to fix the system or recover if um, with yourself. Sorry for the typographic error. And do not log off. Lock your computer system. Unplug the network cable and isolate the system. And contact your IT or your IT security. Right. So this is the bullets that you can able to refer with if you have been caught on the cybersecurity incidents, especially that your device has been compromised. Okay. Then working in a public Wi-Fi while enjoying a glass of coffee and tea. So most of us nowadays, if I got a slow connectivity at home, I'll go to Starbucks. I'll go for something else. I'll go for what more being convenient while I'm drinking coffee and tea, while doing meetings. So it's common for most of us since we are in the hybrid setup, and we're doing it. Sometimes we extend from our schedules. So what I can able to brief you on is about to turn off your wireless on your device when it's not needed. So I mean to say, if you don't need the Wi-Fi or you're just doing it on offline, please kindly turn off your wireless device so that some of this potential, scanning the network could not be able to decipher your wireless that can able to goes with entirely to crack your device. Avoid using public unsecured Wi-Fi hotspot. So this is a boogie Wi-Fi which just doesn't have any password or something that you can able to connect automatically. So please avoid for that one. Avoid website that requires logins or personal information when you're using public Wi-Fi. So I think most of us are doing it because, oh, it's free. So we can save a lot of money. We can save a lot of pennies, you know. But this is something we need to avoid. Treat all Wi-Fi links with suspicious because at the end of the day, I can able to create my own Wi-Fi. I can share you my internet connectivity, but you share me your personal information as well. So I got that, downloaded that, and afterwards I can able to do some, activism doing some malicious for that informations. Yeah. So that's why you have to avoid those things. And if unsure during that, you can able to reach out to the establishment management or administrator that, hey, what is the official website access Wi-Fi access point name is, or the SSID. Mobile device is my buddy. It's common nowadays. Even you're doing meeting while you're doing groceries, buying some dress, buying some milk, buying some diapers. You know, yeah, that's every day that we can able to escape from our computer, on the front of our computer, but doing more flexibility on what we can do while doing our job. So, but be conscious that we need to have lock your device with your password and PIN, and install only need and trusted applications. Turn off the Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and the location services, the GPS, if it's not used. Okay. Use a mobile security applications. So there's a lot of there, but don't get the free one because there's a lot of boogie trap there. Keep your system updated. Um, don't try or nominate to hack your device. Meaning to say, you are going to rooted your device, your mobile phone, or something that you are gauging some friend that yeah, try to hack my phone like that. Lag out. You can lag out your account from the banking or shopping sites always. So you can use it, but definitely you have to lag out your account. But nowadays there is what we call TLS or any certificate that that check if you are doing some activity or not. So you have only 3 to 5 minutes, and then they're going to disconnect you on the server. So there's another technology on that one. Avoid emailing or texting personal informations. Don't click links or attachment is unsolicited emails or text messages. And avoid savings any types of accounts or credentials, okay, in your phone. So maybe um, you can use the how many of you knows the Google Keep? So that is something that you can explore, and you can have it there, your credentials, and ensure that your email and accessing your Google has two-factor authentication enabled. All right. Next one is home network connecting is in progress. So most of us experience the slowness of the connectivity because Philippines is the one of the country who has the fastest internet in Asia. Do you agree? But working to your network at home is, you always try to be conscious to implement at least the protection of the Wi-Fi protect access 2 or the WAP 2 in your wireless connectivity. Um, don't forget to change the default password of your router and limit the administrator um, to the internal network. So if you know that the router is a two-phase, the internal and the external one. And of course, you need to disable the remote administrator of particular in that device so that you cannot able to be spoofed or could be attacked by this cold man in the middle or some another things that doing uh, to gain access to your device. And suggestedly, periodically you have to review, not not that much story, but you have to identify who's this, Is it me? Is it my relative? Is it my sibs? Is this a device of my parents? Kind of that. So you need to review that. So basically, you don't even know that your neighbor has already access your Wi-Fi because your your sibs or your brother or your sister shared the internet access of your router to your neighbor. So you have to check that one. So if ever, use the MAC filtering on your wireless router. So therefore, only device or listed device or authorized device can able to access your router to gain internet access. All right. Any questions so far? Silence means no questions. Okay. Work from home, cooking while in the meeting. Who's doing this? Me. I'm doing this. So, but eventually, for you to protect your devices, even though you're from home, working from home. So make sure that you are using the modern or the latest OS that you have, and the updated hardware platform. Okay. Um, Keep the OS and the application software up to date and with the latest security patches. So how can we do that? So if you are accessing or you are Microsoft OS user, so there is an automatic updates there. So the only thing you have to do is to click on it because Microsoft have this platform that could able to check your hardware so that they can able to address what is security patches that could be applied to you that will not hamper your system, you know, and install the host-based security suite. So like the antivirus, spyware, anti-malware. That's it. Use strong password on all users' account, not ABC123, not Query123, and also do not use any password which is related to your personal informations, either even if it's backward or forward. You know, no excuses for the date of birth of your son, date of birth of your mother, and any of those things. Okay, so uninstall, unused, and unauthorized application software in your laptops. So if you're not using it, remove it so that you can free up some resources of your laptops or your computing devices. Limit use of the administrator accounts. Encrypt sensitive and personal informations. Use password manager and enable additional factor of authentication. So this is two-factor authentications while you are accessing your devices or your applications. Okay, like for example, email. So you have a company email. Make sure that this is enabled. Uh, like for example, a financial application. So make sure that this two-factor authentication is enabled as well. If not, that maybe you call your IT security and IT, asking them that is this software or this application has capable of two-factor authentications. Maybe they have the reasons why they not getting to it or enabling it, but it's something that you can help. Maybe they forgot it to enable it, right? So be ready to a VIP. So virus is very persistent. So tips there is ensure you are running the legal copy of antivirus. Do not avoid the free one. You know, there's a lot of ads there, adwares, and spywares, trojans, and name of it. So there's a lot. Actually, the product of the free antivirus is not the one who getting to the virus, but those ads that paying for you to use that antivirus free for you. So that is the reason why there's an ads there. So keep antivirus signatures or the library updated and keep antivirus applications updated. Okay. And dealing with the social network space, so Facebook, Instagram, what more? I don't know. That's two are the most common. So what I can able to share for you is do not publish information that identifies you. Maybe you can say your name, but avoid those very some distinguish, like for example your blood type, your date of birth, your place of birth. You know, especially when somebody is greeting you, happy birthday. Oh, I know your date of birth. But the only challenge that I could have is the year. So how many years? I try to look at you and looks like you're 19. So back, yeah, dada. Then it goes things. They can crack your year of birth. Okay. Choose sensible and strong, hard to guess password. Don't upload inappropriate media content, pictures or video, especially those um, a very inappropriate message to other institutions or other persons. You know, okay. Take note that we have a cyber libel nowadays, so I hope you don't do that. And it's very hard to engage on that one. Know the privacy settings. Don't give application permission to access your personal or private data. So most of the applications that we are being using, especially on the phone, they're asking on can we access your camera and can we access your contact directories and so on and so forth like that. So be selected and validate before adding a friend, and think before you click share link to you, which been pop up through the they call it um, private message or direct message, and also in the links that has been tagged on you. Okay, so this is the takeaways. So the social network space is stayed and will only grow. Okay, because you know, seeing Google, there's a lot of chunk of data that they are carrying in out. So most of those social media platform, their backend is Google. So it's still expanding. That database is still expanding. You know, and even you can research the movie that that's been passed more than a century. You can search it. That's how um, the Google database is really big. Um, it's exposed sensitive and exploitable information and used to propagate malwares and malicious attack. That also used for the you know identity theft. Okay. Hey, I got malware symptoms. So this is the symptoms that you are potentially um, compromised or infected by malwares. So the programs is unexpected starting, shutting down, and installing without any intervention of you. Unfamiliar process starting. So You don't install the software, but eventually, oh, I got a new software which is start from the beginning of my machine. The mouse and the system feel sluggish and slow. The files suddenly change and disappeared. So email in sent item folder that you didn't send, or the friend have received fake emails from your email account. Fake virus message. Like for example, there's a pop-up there on the lower right of your screen saying, click me to update your antivirus. Your antivirus, let's say it's um, Symantec, and that antivirus is McAfee. Just an example. So are you going to click? So it's something that's boogie trap. Unwanted or missing icons or browser toolbars. Redirect internet research or search. Frequently random ads, pop-ups, or every time that you are browsing your browsing internet, your online password suddenly change. So maybe you forgot it, or something that it was being changed. Truly, right? And safe surfing on the beach. So if you are in doubt on the website, go to this URL to check the website URL reputations. So there's a two I suggested links that you can go for to check the website URL reputations. If they're infected or something, it was been a phishing link. So you have this reference. So prevention is better than cure. So double think before you click. Okay. Now let's get physical. So most of us, we are in the hybrid setup. Most of us, we have to go in our office on the think twice or thrice a week. So this is how we're going to give you some advice. So lock your workstations when unattended. Log off your computer at the end of the day. Never leave the system unattended and unlock. So I always playing that one. Somebody wants to to treat us pizza, but I'm the one who do that email because he or she didn't lock their device. Okay. Challenge unknown people requesting for access. This is something that piggybacking on tailgating. Know your environment and report abnormalities or unusual. Yeah. Avoid saving, writing, and posting any type of account credentials. So if you can see, I repeatedly doing those. Do not avoid your account credentials. You know, and that's also my advice to Jonathan from South Africa to be more watchful on the access management. Hey, and then email is the favorite menu. So as I mentioned earlier, most of the hacker are doing social engineering because social engineering is the very easiest for us, to infiltrate your system. You won lotto, you have a gift check for Starbucks, something like that, and when you click this link, oh, graciously, I got an access to your computer now. So look for a suspicious address, subject lines, attachment, instructions, and URL. So on the URL, which I gave you earlier, yeah, you can check the reputation of that URL on that websites. Avoid using digital signatures, specifically your signature, you know, please avoid that. Um, hover hover over the links to view the real web address and check the URL reputations. Okay. Some of those things is, a generic message body. It's kind of spill on the email. And then also avoid sharing email account credentials. Okay. So here's my takeaway with your heart. Always doing this graciously and do it by your heart. We are the first and best line of defense against cybersecurity attacks. Don't be that weak link, okay, because you click that link. Okay? Incorporate cybersecurity in your daily routines. So be always aware and conscious. Be aware of our surroundings and report any suspicious activity. Everything we do in cyberspace always leave a digital footprint. So if you're doing in inappropriate manner to your you know websites or your social media accounts, it stay even though that we are no longer in this earth anymore. Okay? So be more conscious and be mindful where you're doing this. Be mindful what you're posting. Okay? There's no such thing as a secrets in the internet. Okay? So always takes away with your heart. Okay? Now, this is my shout out. If we think technology can, solve our security or cybersecurity problem, then we don't understand the problem and we don't understand the technology. Okay. Earlier, we were discussing, Manu and I, got a small chit chat, you know, because you are developing a lot of, processes engaging what new technology are on trends and what it will be fit for the organizations, But the common problem is that they cannot differentiate differentiate between the needs and the wants. You know, some of the infosec guy asking this because he wants to have it, but some infosec guy does ask it because he knows the organization needs it. You know, some of the IT security or infosec guy, oh, what security platform that you're using? I use this brand. Whoa, that's so expensive. Yeah, I got persuaded the organization, so I buy this one. But you cannot maximize it. So at the end of the day, your organization shelling out a lot of cost because of that you cannot able to maximize. So if you cannot maximize and you didn't understand the technology, then I think you're not solving the problem. Okay, you're addressing your serving to your professionalism or you're being professional, being marketing yourself that I'm using this one, yet you cannot maximize it. So at the end of the day, you can see this a knight here, the pictures. So you have a defense in depth, meaning to say you have all of those technologies, secure technologies. So you have this security patching, you have this BAPT, you have this antivirus, you have this everything under the sun when it comes to protect data. You have this 24/7 monitoring, and you have the annual compliance which ISO, PCI DSS, CIPA, HITRUST, GDPR, CCPA, FFIEC. So there's a lot of chunk of framework, regulatory that your company needs to comply. And also you have this experienced IT and security team, much better than me. Much better and better than me. So you can see a user click a link and then all of those investment was gone, blew it away. So so if I'm going to be asked on how we're going to intensify cybersecurity to protect our data, is that security awareness, and make sure that you have a lot of treasure chests to embark those lessons learned from the past, because that lessons learned will give you motivations that will not be happen again. Okay, so that lessons learned could be incorporated in the cybersecurity awareness program. Right, that's my last slide. Any questions?
I've got a quick question just on one of the comments around signatures. I can't recall, did it say to avoid digital signatures, or did it mean, or did it say avoid just signatures in general, email signatures?
Signature in general.
Okay, okay, cool. Thanks.
But mostly we have this digital signature, but more or less it was being uh, applies to those digital documents like PDF.
Right. Do you have a stance on, yeah, like e-signatures, or like signing contracts with e-signature instead of normal pen and paper?
I much suggest the pen and paper and then scan it and setting it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I also suggest that you check out your country's laws on e-signatures, because each country would have their own laws around what makes an e-signature legal and for what applications.
Yeah, but I'm very much sure. Yeah, there's a lot of those legality there. But if you, I just to give you example, Manu or Jonathan, do you know that I can able to get those digital signature and place it to the another documents without even knowing of your the owner of that e-signature? That's why I advise my CEO not to subscribe on that one, because when there is a data breach for that provider, your signature is already exposed.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, it does. It unfortunately makes sense.
So the digital signature is more on the I would say the convenient way, but for a cybersecurity practitioner, it's a big no for me,
Cool. Thanks for the insights.
because I'm wearing black sometimes, I'm wearing white sometimes, I'm wearing gray sometimes. But it depends on your boss, or it depends on your CEO. But at least you gave him or her a heads up or insights before he or she using e-signature.
Okay, thank you.
We have someone from the chat, Ranulfa. Good evening, Ranulfa. He's asking if we can get a copy of this recording as well as the deck being presented. Certainly, we will provide the recording to everyone attending. Pat, is it all right with you if we provide the material presented to everyone attending?
Sure.
All right. Thank you. There you go.
By all means. Just leave me your name, address, contact number, No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
mother's maiden name.
Bank account number.
No, just kidding.
We can see
Um,
your hat suddenly switching, Pat.
but actually, to be candid, most of you, one of my you know um, doing my evangelist in terms of cybersecurity is to share most of experiences that I have, because at the end of the day, only have 10 years in this profession. That's my timeline. So I share everything that I could, you know, before I stop for this and doing some, I would say community outreach that confine my, uh, my really comfort zone, my real comfort zone. Yeah, good.
Yeah, thank you so much. This definitely does fall under community outreach,
Yeah.
since it's 100% free. So we appreciate it very much.
Yeah. Thanks for the effort and time, guys. Appreciate it.
Any other
My
questions?
pleasure, Jonathan.
Anyone? Yeah.
I find the risks of digital signature very insightful, Pat. And it puts an emphasis on how certain process in the office or in any environment should do away with digital signatures and have some kind of digital approval flow that replaces the digital signature uh, with with comprehensive logs and something that users or administrators can really trace back to.
Hmm. Is that a question, Angelo? Sorry.
I was sorry. I was just sharing an insight that I realized on the when you mentioned the risks of having digital signatures being floated around, especially nowadays where Google Drive and Microsoft OneDrive allows our files to be accessed anywhere. I mean, just a
Hmm.
screenshot of your digital signature might is could suffice a hacker or some malevolent being.
Yeah, screenshots is very powerful, especially the Photoshop. But if you are in a digital forensic, you can easily understand doing those things, because as you know, some of those who doing some graphics thing here, uh, each of it colors, there's a layer. So in the digital forensic, we always looking for that layers. So if it's that true, let me see if there's a flat layers there. So if you have a 2 layers, 3 layers, so that picture or that image is already compromised. That's more on the digital forensic. And that's why it's very, very much more common, which is from the ISO, the old ones, they are requiring the for you to sign a blue ball pen. Take note of that, Jonathan, because it is something that why it's blue. Why do I need to put dates with my penmanship? It is something that you cannot able to decipher easily, unlike the digital signature, because your signature's specimen is already there. It could not be a movable things. I think that signature is no longer, it's a no longer unique, because your stroke is fixed there. So unlike, you're doing your signature every day, and you know, That's why in international, this is some um, views that did you know in the international law or court, they're not acquiring the judge to sign a digital signature. They're still requiring it to sign with the bare pen, fluma, and the date when it was signed and the dry seal. Because the international pool or the Interpol cybersecurity team still not buying out or still not agreed to use the e-signatures for those some such order or some decisions by the international court. Yeah. Any questions?
Or maybe any insights? Anything anyone would like to share? I would like to think, though, that we should be working towards technology that can enable digital signatures that are authentic and verifiable. I would like to think that we are striving for that kind of technology. Um, a couple of the projects that I'm working on are actually around that: a decentralized identity, self-sovereign identity, and being able to provide um, authentic and verifiable consent through a digital signature. But that's a topic for another time. And I guess it's still bleeding edge, so it's not it's not really market ready yet.
Yeah. Actually, I've been working in this kind of financial institution or fintech. Um, Most of the institutions, especially the banks, they are still in this process that you have to sign three specimen of your signature at the bond paper. Right, Manu.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're not saying that if you send your your scan signature, that's it, it suffice, because in digital forensics, especially in the signatures, um, our eyes is more looking at to the um, pen stroke or your hand stroke on your signature for us to verify that that's real, that is your signature. So even in the court, if you're asking about if you're going to purge some signature, there is you know um, signature expert that going to sneak at your back while you're doing your signature, so he can able to decipher if you really signed that document based on the weight, based on the lightness of your pen and your stroke. So in e-signature you cannot see that. So there's also a denial that my digital signature has been hacked.
Yeah, you still have plausible deniability now.
Yes. Okay. And even in hospital who have been somewhere there in US, uh, make some thoughts about digital signatures with their doctors, then my position is still on the hand stroke. So that's where the candy and the wrapper coming in.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, if there are no more questions, then we would like to formally thank you, Pat, for your time and sharing your expertise. I just want to share. You mind if I take back the screen sharing?
Sure. Mhm.
So I'm just going to share. Yes. Screen 2.
Cool.
All right. All right. You should be seeing LinkedIn now. So, um, so Mr. Patrick, uh,
Yes, sir.
IIBA Philippines would like to express our most sincere appreciation for you sharing your time and expertise with us today. Um, so this is me formally presenting you our certificate of appreciation. We truly appreciate you being involved in our community, and we certainly look forward to crossing paths again in the future. And
Yes.
so, yeah. And here you go. Here's your certificate. And oh, whoops. All right, and there you go. Ah,
Yep.
there was some typos here, which I'll fix in a bit.
Woohoo.
All right. So, and there you have it. And there you have it. You have your community outreach badge over here.
Yep.
So thank you, sir.
It's my
Yeah.
pleasure having me here in your monthly initiative, and I hope I bring a lot of thoughts and insightful in terms of the cybersecurity. Right.
All right. So everyone joining us over the Philippines and internationally, thank you so much for attending, for taking the time, and we look forward to hearing more from you. If you didn't get to share your LinkedIn like the others, you can feel free to reach out to me or Patrick. Our LinkedIn's are in the chat, or you can do so through email. Just feel free to go to our org page. You can reach out to us if you want to hear specific topics, if you want more cybersecurity, or any other topic. Let us know, and we will do what we can to serve you, which is the community of business analysis. And so thank you so much, everyone, and have a good evening.
Thanks everyone and stay
All
safe.
right. Thank you, everyone. Let's rock and roll.
Thank you, guys.
Everyone.
Good evening. Good night.
Yeah, have your dinner.